Flosstube. I'm Jerica Daybreak Stitcher. Today is Monday. I think what the 16th? Anyway, it's Monday and my son is at school, so I decided to pop on real quick and put up a video. Let's see, I live in Utah. I just got some new subscribers and I thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate all of your help and just your eagerness to see what I'm working on and join in some sales and invite me to some sales, because you know I'm all for it. It is cold. It is cold outside and I don't know if I like it, but anyway. So I noticed like a little bit of static undertone in my last video, so I'm gonna try using my earbuds this time, and if I still hear it, I might try something else. But anyway, so what's been going on? What y'all been working on? I want to see. Anyway, so I got some things that I worked on. I think since my last video I got 2 finishes. The first one, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing with it. I just started working on it, and I wanted to use up the last of this fabric, but then like I noticed after let me see. Well, I'm going to show you this other one first. Okay, so this is one of my other finishes. This is so loud and crinkly, I apologize, but this is on a 36 count fabric by Roxy Floss, I believe. No, this is number 12 Stitch Co. Here it is. So this is Autumn Botched. It's the second, it's one of their seconds. 36 count. It says here you may have tiny specks of orange dye. I didn't notice any. I still think it's pretty. But this is from Nuri Shaded Stitchery. This is This Juneteenth Day. And I had so much better lighting like 10 minutes ago. I should have moved a lot faster, but here it is. So pretty. So pretty. Got her done. I was planning to work on this until June of 2026. And so I was just going to do like small little parts of this and then just start working up. And I don't know what happened. But Nuri's initials are right in this box. And so I had to change it to mine. And of course, like my spacing was off, so I put a little heart there. And it's all done. Honestly, this part up here was so fun. That was the best part about this whole thing. And then she has some specialty stitches that snuck up on me. I didn't even know they were in there until I was doing them. But we got her done. It's so pretty. This is called This Juneteenth Day by Shaded Stitchery. I think she was able to stitch this in like the shortest amount of time, and I could not. So that was a finish. I was gonna iron it, but then I realized that, like, sorry, I'm shaking stuff, but we're in the middle of moving and packing, which probably won't be for a few months. We'll see how it goes. But my ironing board, my fabric, my stash, it's not here, so I could not iron it. So I'm gonna use this in the meantime, because I was even looking for like a stitch board or something like that. I need to be better. Anyway, so here's my next one. This was from Carolyn Manning. What is this fabric? This fabric is a 40 count Rush Gold by Hand Dye by Rolanda. It is an opalescent, and I've been using this for like quite a few projects because I love the fabric so much. So this was the first Carolyn Manning. It's a part of her Simple Little Things collection. So this was the first one that I did. And this one was the one I just finished in the last 2, like since my last video. The fabric that I used the floss that I used was I already put it away. It is a silk from Mo's Silk, and I will put the description right here. And I'll put in a picture of the floss too, because I think that's put away too over there. But it's so pretty. I really liked this because I wanted to try out her silks, and I thought it would really bounce off this fabric really nicely. But both of those, there's still like, I think 2 more, I think, of her patterns, of her simple smalls, where it's just a monochrome small pattern that I have. And I forget what this one's called, but I already posted. So I think I'm going to try to use that, because I still have like a lot more of this fabric to just put a few more smalls on. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with it. The colors don't really match, but we'll see how it goes. So I got that one done. Those are my 2 finishes. I haven't gotten anything like fully finished because, you know, I just did a whole bunch this year. I think it's probably going to be like a little while before I like professionally frame anything. I might try to do some other things though. Anyway, so what have I been working on? So I do have some whips here. The first one is something that I've been working on for my father, and I'm just trying to move some threads out of the way. And this one is from Long Dog. It's called Fish and Chips. And I was able, back in July, I was curious about my margins. So I was able to get all the way to the other side. And so since I knew that worked out, then I started working on some of the bigger motifs. The silk is a Silks For You. I forget what it's called. What is it? PR 124. I'll put that up there real quick. And this is the largest nurge. What is it? Number 4. I think it's one of the larger ones. And so it kind of fits in there, but there's a lot more down, so I'll have to move it down. But I love this fabric. This fabric is a 36 count. And this fresh blue color is really making it look so refreshing. And I thought I messed up working on it when I first started it like years ago. And I think I'd only just had like a little bit of the whale. And then I pick it up because we were on a road trip, and I'm like, oh, I'll just take something simple. And I'm looking like, oh, I didn't see no mistake. So I kept going with it. So I think right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the double border that's on the outside here, but I did mark it off in markup RXP. And it shows that I'm like around 46% done. But 46%, and I marked that I stitched the double border, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So just trying to keep my calculations accurate with how far I am before I'm completely done. I'm probably like around 46%. But anyway, so Fish and Chips by Long Dog is looking really, really good. I haven't, even with the back stitching in there, it's not horrible. I did have to try to work on this one a few times because some kind of top hat guy, and it did not look like that when I was stitching it. So, but we're getting into it. We're doing the things. My dad likes to hunt and fish. I think he might like it. So my friend Carmen of Cardamom Pens, she's on YouTube. She has a Flosstube, and she is also on Instagram. And she does fantastic stitching. She's fearless. She stitches everything from all the colors, the samplers. It doesn't matter how big they are. And right now she's doing a Sal. I think it's a maximum cross stitch. I should know all the details, but I jumped on it too, but I haven't picked it up since my last video. And I seen her stitching some of the bulk part of that design over the weekend, and I told her I was gonna pick mine up and, like, you know, endure with her through all of the grass stitching. And she's like, okay, and I didn't do it. I ended up picking up this one. This one is Emma Kerridge. I keep wanting to add so much more to her last name, but it's just Emma Kerridge, 1870. And I love this fabric. I grabbed a whole bunch of it while I was in at Stitch North for the spring of 2025. And this is from Schoolhouse 1897. I'm using a Roxy Floss conversion. This is the second project that I've done this year using this fabric. The first one was Cherry Magpie. I used a 46 count Temptation fabric. Oh, and then, but for this one, I'm using a 40 count of Temptation. So they're completely different fabrics, is all I'm saying. So here is the 40 count. Here's the floss. All the flosses that are these light pastel colors, except for this one, which is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday is kind of cool. I like that. All the rest of them are just these light pastels. And here's where I got as of last night, because I've been stitching this at night because the girl can't sleep. But here's where I've gotten. So there's like these swans on both parts of these trees, and then there's a vase with all these floral motifs that go up the middle, and then there's the alphabet up here. So and then I have to finish the border. I haven't even started on that. I think I might work on that one last. But that's where I've gotten, just doing focusing on one color at a time and kind of jumping all over the place. But that's where I've gotten. It's actually stitching up pretty quick because the bulk stitching it's just enough, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a huge thick house or anything like that. So it's actually like coming together like pretty quickly. So there's that, you know, vase that I started, and then there's like this whole floral thing that comes up. And then, you know, there's the swans over here, then there's more over there, and then the alphabet at the top. So it's actually I don't know, it's coming together. So I'm gonna work on that one. So my friend Nuri of Shaded Stitchery, I keep wanting to say Shaded Stitcher, but forgive me. So so her birthday is this month. It's in October. And the actual day is already come and gone. However, we celebrate for the whole month because it's worth it. And she does these really cool themes. And I think what the first one was to do, it's like every week she does a whole different theme for the whole month of October. And so there's 4 different themes each week. So the first one was, I believe, one of her designs. And I didn't get to it because I started focusing on other things like fish and chips. And then the second one was stitch on something super bright colors, which is why I picked up Emma Kerridge, because that Temptation fabric is just so good. If you go to Evertote, I believe they might still have some too. I got my first one was in 46 count, so I got between 46 count and 40 count of Temptation, and I got leftover. So I got that. I think this 3rd week for Nuri's birthday month is supposed to be a BAP. I think it's a BAP, so which is a really big project. So at first I was thinking about picking up Saga, but I don't think I'm going to participate in this week, because what I really want to do is focus a little bit more on Emma Kerridge, just to see how far I can get. And then the 4th week is something spooky. And so I was thinking about starting, what is it called? Apothecary. Who designed that? I'm going to put it right here. Apothecary. And that one got brought to my attention because Carrie, who is the dyer of Roxy Floss, she's the owner and dyer of Roxy Floss, fabrics and flosses. She was stitching that earlier this year, I believe. And when I seen her do it, and I think she even did like a little Sal, like a little hashtag just to be fun, because her name is Carrie and it's apothecary. So I think it's like Apothecary Sal or something. Anyway, so I seen her stitching it. So I already bought the pattern. I think I might have, because it's not super huge, and I think I might have a piece of fabric that I could fit it on. There's this green one, and I could, like this light green fabric that I used for something else that was left over. And I believe it's from number 12 Stitch Co. So I was thinking about using that, and then maybe like grabbing like a piece of flap. It's not really that big. I think it's only like 3,400 stitches. I want to say it's about 3,400 stitches, which means that I should be able to get it done, hopefully by like maybe a week or two. We'll see. So, plans. That's basically trying to at least participate in half of Nuri's birthday month program. If you go to what is it called? Here's her Instagram, where you can see the plans for her for the whole month of October. So if you wanted to participate, you can like tag her in it, and then it's for Nuri's birthday, Sal. So so that's my so-called plans. Then of course after Halloween, you get into like the more festive stitching. However, a lot of my stash is in storage, so I have to improvise a little bit. And I kept my whips out. So if you were following me over on Instagram, then you'll notice like I've been getting quite a few things done, but it's mostly like whips. So, but there's one thing that I found in my whips that should have been done a long time ago, because it's not that big, but I started this when I first started stitching. So I didn't really know what I was doing. And this one is called Zippy Doodah by Lottie Da. And I seen this at a LNS that's no longer in business now. What was it? It was stitched on 35 count, linen by Weeks Dye Works. I did my own floss conversion, or the conversion that they had as their model at the store. And I think for the most part, what is it? It says it's a 65 high by 252 wide, but I honestly don't think it's really that big. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just border and letters. That's what I'm telling myself. But I think I should be able to finish this like pretty quickly. So the conversion that I got from that LNS was, oh no, actually I think this is my own conversion. I think I just eyeballed it because I don't believe they had Forbidden Fiber Co. floss there. And I think this is like a leftover from another project, because there's not that much there and I haven't stitched that much. So I think this is my own conversion of the floss, and I'm stitching on a 32 count. I don't know what this is, but it's stiff and it makes my skin feel a little dry. But I'm gonna finish using this though, because it's a 32 count and I don't like to stitch on it. So I'd at least like to try to finish this project, because I do kind of want it to be a little bit bigger than what I would normally do, which would normally be like a 40 count or a 46 count. But I already have the fabric, and I think I have plans for what to do with the leftover, because my little cousin has started stitching, and I think she might like this fabric for something else. Anyway, so here's as far as I've gotten. I didn't really stitch that much on it because it was a part of the I think it was like AB Singo from Carolyn Cizuk Stitch, their Facebook page. They have all these challenges. It's like they have AB Singo in like September, I think. I could be wrong. And then there's Bringo, which I think is in January. And I think they started doing some more. Anyway, so this is just like one day that I got. And I don't even know. This is years and years and years ago. I need to get this done because it's kind of a shame. And I really like the design. And I like la-di-da. So, so here's what I got. So I was thinking about picking this up in the beginning and just working on it for about a week in as soon as I finished Apothecary. So this week I plan on working on Emma Kerridge for as long as I can get, you know, as far as I can get done. I'm not aiming for a finish, but you never know. And then I will pick up Apothecary. Oh, who was that design? Anyway, I put it up there. So Apothecary, and I think I know what kind of fabric I'm going to use for it. It's just a monochrome, I believe. So I should be able to make that work. Apothecary for the last week for Nuri's birthday month. And then once that's done, then I will start working on Zippity Doo Dah. And then after that is going to be Christmas. And I have plans to pick up Kringles by Little House Needleworks and work on that. I really want to be done with that this year. So I think I might just grind on that one. I shouldn't say that. Don't listen to me. I should just really push myself to get into that and work on it until it's done. Because I honestly think the most dense parts of the stitching is already done. And I will show it in my next video as soon as let's see how far I can get with that. Because I don't have to worry about that one until like the middle of November. If I don't start something else. But anyway. So that's all I have for right now. There is a new friend that I made here in Utah. Her name is Ashley, and she is she's so good. And you know, when you meet people and you just feel like so excited to get to know them, like that's how I felt. And we're probably gonna be getting together a lot more often, at least for like, you know, for stitching time, because I've been so distracted lately that I've just been like solo stitching. I mean, I do have a few Zooms that I join a month, but you know, like in-person stuff, you know. So she wanted to contribute to the channel and with some more stitchy kindness. And of course, like I'm putting this now so that way I can put it away and not to worry too much. But she was super generous, and you guys are about to be in for something. I think probably once I settle down with a few things, I'm gonna do like some really big giveaways, especially like once I hit some milestones of like my goal is to try to get 1,000 subscribers, you know, as soon as everyone likes it. So remember to like, share, subscribe, and all the things, so that way I can build my channel to reach 1,000. But let me get back to this. So here's some of the things that I'm just gonna keep for myself because I could not let it go. Which she did say there's some things that I can keep, and so it's not like a whole bunch. There's a lot, but like these are the things that I kind of want to do for myself. And then maybe like I'll gift the pattern after I stitch it. I don't know. But there's two pieces of fabric. One is from Extrude Designs. It's a primitive. It's called Rusty Dots, and this is a 40 count. And I really want to stitch something so good on this. And I don't know. I'm going to think about this one because I know I can find something for it. And then this one's a 36 count Fox and Rabbit. It's called Say Cheese. What? You know I'm doing stuff with this. Like, Okay, this one's super cute. And some of them are still in plastic, so I'm going to try to be as like glareless as possible. So this one's heartstring sampler. It's called Hope Song. I love that bird. This one's a Plum Street samplers, which I have not done a Plum Street sampler design. It's called Turkey Bay. So I'm actually planning on starting this one for Thanksgiving next year. If you have it, let me know in the comments. My husband actually likes this one. I have never done a Mirabilia because I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. Don't ask me why. It's just what it is. It just seems like this is for grown-ups. You know what I mean? So here is a Mirabilia, and it is called Winter White Santa. Oh no, this is a Nora Corbett. Oh yeah. It's the same thing. So this is called Winter White Santa. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared. And then from, what is it called? What is this called? Who is this from? It's called Ann Kirby, and it is from Needlework Press. I love this one. This one's kind of speaking to me a little bit. And then this one is by Debbie Griffin Campbell. Debbie Designs. It's an older one. This design came out in 2000. It's the Kirkland Historic Center in Kirkland, Ohio. So this one, I think I'm gonna have to start this one. I'm gonna do October of next year, maybe. As if I don't forget, because it's a lot. So, but it's actually not that big. Like, it looks like it's gonna be massive, but it's actually not that big. We won't see. So if you have any of these and you're working on them, let me know in the comments, because I don't know how long it's going to take us to get my stash out of storage, because we're basing it off of a lot of strategic pathways, you know. So I guess, like, at worst case scenario, it would probably be in storage for a year, like my stash. But, you know, clearly I have fabric, and I left my floss out. Majority of my floss is out. Not my silks for you though. So, but I do have, like, I think I'm down to like 35 whips, and I'm hoping to get, you know, the Kerridge, Zippity Doodah, Kringles. I'm hoping to get those done by the end of the year. And then, you know, hopefully I'll have like some new starts that are finished too. So if I finish everything that I started and I finish those 3, then I'll be down to, like, I'll end the year with like 32. Math gives me hives, okay? I'm already starting to itch because trying to math it out. But I think I'll be down to like 32 whips by the end of the year. But it would be nice if it was an even number. Well, no, not an even number, but an easier number of like 30. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. As far as like events and things that's been going on, I've been canning a lot. I canned some Rotel that the recipe I seen from Ruth Ann Zimmerman on Flosstube and Instagram. She's a homesteader, and so I get a lot of my recipes from her because she used to be a Mennonite, and so a lot of her like methods are very simple, and they don't require a bunch of like utensils and things, you know what I mean? So I canned some Rotel. I have not been baking that much, but it's getting cold outside, so I'm about to be baking a lot more. But my garden is pretty much done. I was able to get a lot of tomatoes this year. I did plant a lot more tomatoes, and I just kind of like line them up everywhere. You know, I have a porch. I don't have a yard. I have a porch, and so I'm just trying to make the best of what I have. But surprisingly this year, I was able to grow eggplants from my grow tower. I'm literally looking at it right now, and it's my first year growing eggplant. I mean, it just got really cold, so I don't think they're gonna get that big. But so far, it's been a really good growing season. And you know, the canning has gotten really good. We went to a U-Pick that was probably like an hour drive north, and you can get like a 55-pound box of produce that you pick for like 25 bucks. Like, what? 55 pounds? I'm in there. But then I realized the bugs. Okay. I can't do it. I mean, I'm trying to. I need to just be more prepared. I was not prepared. I was trying to be better. And then the bugs. I can't do that. Anyway, but we got through it. I think we left out of there with almost 3 bushels, which is like 110 plus 25, 135 pounds of produce. So I was able to make all the things. We canned tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, Rotel, sweet and spicy pickled peppers. Listen. And then just yesterday I had some chicken thighs, and I had pressure canned some chicken thighs as a base for chicken pot pie or chicken soup. I like it. And some chicken broth, yes, because we need chicken broth. And I actually I'm excited for Thanksgiving, because then that's when I can can a bunch of turkey broth. And I really, really, really like the turkey broth that I made last year. Anyway, that's just what's been going on. Little dude is in preschool, and he made his teachers believe that he did not know anything until he stitched on himself, and now they know he knows stuff. So then they put a little bit more pressure on him, and he's doing much better now. So other than that, it's just cold. It's cold. So with that, I'm gonna get into this kitchen and come up with some cool stuff to work on. If you guys are stitching anything that I'm working on, please tag me on Instagram. I'm still daybreak_stitcher, and give me a follow. And if you like what you've seen today, you can share, like, and subscribe to my Flosstube channel, and that would just really make me happy. I'm already happy, but you know, thank you for coming back. Thank you for being a new viewer, and you guys have a wonderful October holiday season. If you like the cold, enjoy life, and happy stitching. Bye.